U-boat on patrol in the North Atlantic. A sharp lookout is crucial to success. Shadow on the horizon, a convoy. Commander to the bridge. The convoy is represented in this animation. The U-boat on the left sends off a radio report. It is picked up in the BDU's command center. The convoy is located in quadrant C12. Admiral of the Fleet Dönitz deploys additional U-boats. The commanders receive their orders. The U-boats change course. They converge on the new target at high speed. The transmitting U-boat has been spotted by a destroyer. It does everything in its power to escape its pursuer. The destroyer opens fire. The shots land too close. Change course. Alarm! The U-boat has to dive. The U-boat goes into a steep dive. The destroyer passes over the submerged U-boat and attacks it with depth charges. Meanwhile, two of the U-boats alerted by radio have also made contact with the convoy. On the sonar, the hunting destroyer is tracked precisely. The destroyer is above the U-boat. The convoy attempts to evade the impending danger by changing course to the south. The escorting destroyers chase hectically around the merchant ships. However, the U-boats which have been called in stick tenaciously to the convoy. Even heavy seas cannot deter them from their task. The enemy can still be seen clearly in the haze on the horizon. After a day's hard hunting, the U-boats manage to position themselves in front of the convoy. On the right of the picture, further U-boats from the pack have now made contact. The first two U-boats are now in a good firing position. Dive for attack. In an underwater attack, the first ships are hit by several torpedoes. The enemy destroyers and corvettes comb the area in which they suspect the U-boats to be with depth charges. Meanwhile, the last U-boats to be called in also manage to get into a good firing position as dusk falls. One of these hunting U-boats has to break off the pursuit because of engine trouble. This time, several ships fall victim to our torpedoes in a surface attack by night. The rest of the convoy has been scattered. The U-boats have fired all their torpedoes. New torpedoes are loaded into the tubes. Open torpedo tubes. Ready? Fire. Torpedo away. The run is timed with a stopwatch. A hit. Tube 2 ready. Fire. Another hit. The enemy destroyers use flares and searchlights to try and spot the German U-boats. On the right, one of the surviving ships, a tanker, tries to get away to the north. It runs into the U-boat that was left behind, which has since repaired the damage to its engine. A brief artillery barrage sets the tanker alight and destroys it. The burning oil which spills out covers the sea for some distance. German U-boats hunt the enemy. Their solution is attack, engage, sink.